What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the second live-action movie brought to us by Disney this year. And that movie is Pete's Dragon, directed by David Lowery and starring great actors Oakes Fegley, Una Lawrence, Bryce Dallas Howard, Karl Urban, and Robert Redford. This movie tells the story of a little boy named Pete, played by Oakes Fegley, who grew up his entire life without his parents, who were killed in a car accident, and he's lived in this woods his entire life, and that's where he meets this dragon that he names Elliot. After Pete has been living with Elliot in the woods for 6 years, he gets discovered by a park ranger played by Bryce Dallas Howard, who's trying to find out where Pete came from, where his parents are. She's basically wondering why he's living in the woods. And so Pete has to convince her that this dragon Elliot is real and he means no harm. But there are some people in this movie that think Elliot is dangerous, and one of them is Karl Urban, who wants to capture him and use him for advertisement of some sorts. Now guys, I was pretty excited going into this movie, and I was a little worried because usually with Disney live action films, they're usually not that great, except for the one I've seen recently, The Jungle Book, which was fantastic. So I was excited to see what Pete's Dragon could bring and if it could work for a live-action Disney movie. And I don't know the director David Lowery and what films he's directed, but I was interested to see how he was going to handle this small children's book that's really unknown. And guys, what did I think of Pete's Dragon? I really enjoyed this movie a lot. I think this is, in my opinion, another good live-action film from Disney. This and The Jungle Book are on a great streak right now. Now guys, let me tell you the positives of this movie. First thing I have to say is the performances in this movie were all great. Starting with Pete himself, played by Oakes Fegley. This kid did a great job. I thought his acting was really good, and his chemistry with this CGI dragon was fantastic, and it did look real. And it blew me away. I really like this kid a lot. If I could compare this friendship with Ruby Barnhill and the BFG from that movie, I would say this friendship between Elliot and Pete is a lot better than their friendship because it's more realistic and I connected with these characters a lot. It was fantastic. I now must talk about the dragon. This dragon was so adorable. I loved it. It was basically a live-action Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. It is so likable. I fell in love with this creature. He's very lovable and very cute. Bryce Dallas Howard as the park ranger. Surprisingly, I really liked her. And I'm saying that because I really didn't love her in Jurassic World. I thought she was being too girly and too demanding. But in this movie, I liked her character. Her chemistry with Pete was fantastic. I was really worried about this actor, but he surprised me. Robert Redford did a fantastic job in this movie. He's not in it a lot, but with the amount of screen time he had, he did great, and he didn't give that grumpy performance that I thought he was going to give. And it surprised me. The other child actor in the movie, played by Una Lawrence, she did a great job too. All the child performances I've seen this year have been fantastic, and that's just really great. I love that. Children at that age not being shy at the camera and just giving a great acted performance, and it's fantastic. Karl Urban as the guy who's trying to capture Elliot, he gives a great performance too, and who doesn't like Karl Urban? He just plays a charismatic badass in every single movie he's in, and I loved it. The score. Oh my god. This score was beautiful. It was so amazing that I have to be honest, I had a little tear in my eye towards the last act, and that's just something that blew me away was the score. I don't know who did it, but whoever did it, hats off to you, sir. The cinematography in this movie was also beautiful. The scenes where the dragon is flying, it looked realistic. That's a big praise I can give. There's one scene in this movie where Pete and the dragon fly up into a sunset and it looked real. I was just blown away by it. Although I would say the Jungle Book and the BFG had better overall cinematography, but that's not taken away from the beautiful camera shots that I saw in this movie. Despite how much I enjoyed this movie, there were some gripes I had about it. Now let's get into the negatives. The first gripe I had is with the dragon. I can say the CGI did look good on him, but I didn't think it looked as realistic as the CGI in the Jungle Book or the BFG. I'm not saying it looked bad, guys. All I'm saying is that I didn't look at this dragon and go, wow, that's real, for the entire runtime. I'm saying it looked good, but I didn't find it realistic. And the last gripe I had with this movie is that the pacing can get a little dull at times, and that's mainly the first 2 acts of the movie. It took a little bit of time for me to get emotionally invested with the characters in the story. And then we get to the last act, and that's where the film really shines and leaves an impact. In the end, guys, Pete's Dragon was a great live-action Disney film with great characters, a great story, beautiful cinematography and CGI. At times doesn't look realistic and can get dull at times towards the first and second act. But guys, this is a great film to see with the family this week. On my rating scale, I'm going to give Pete's Dragon a 4 out of 5 stars. Definitely an enjoyable summer film that I liked. Alright guys, that was my review for Pete's Dragon. Have you guys seen the movie yet? Are you going to go see it? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Thank you guys as always for watching this video, and if you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe today for more content. By the way guys, this Wednesday is my 21st birthday, and you know what would make me happy? If you guys could drop at least 21 likes on this video as a birthday present from you guys to me. All my social media links are in the description down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!